the fan favorite wave of sets, Hero Factory Breakout. This is where some of the best Hero Factory sets of all time came from. And today I want to talk about all of the awesome villains from this wave. And we're going to show off some incredible revamps of every single Breakout baddie. And dude, these LEGO creations are frickin' incredible. So let's check them all out. First up, we have Toxic Reaper. A small set, but he packs a punch. They poured so much character into this incredible mask. And these toxic blasters? The coolest. But we have an awesome revamp by Blood Reaper 8, and he's turned this into something from a horror movie. These thin, skeleton-like proportions look so good. Yeah, I mean, Toxic Reaper did have some unarmored bones on his legs already, so I guess it's not too much of a stretch to change up the body like this. It actually kinda fits what was there before. But you know, there's something about really thin limbs, sharp claws, wires, spiky teeth, all of that stuff. It just sends shivers down my spine. Leaning a little bit into the horror vibes, it works so well when you're designing a Hero Factory villain. Something else that works well are these toxic waste barrels up the top on their back. These are the same ones that came on Meltdown, who was another toxic waste themed bad guy. Honestly, you may as well just mix and match the pieces from these two sets. Their vibes and their powers, they're pretty similar, so it's gonna work. Alright, now let's move into everyone's favorite. It's Core Hunter, the former hero turned villain, the man who rips out heroes' cores and kills them, the man who looks like he's wearing Black Ops night vision goggles, but also has some nice spider-like qualities to him. Core Hunter rocks. But this set looks even cooler when it's revamped by the artist Hyperbomb. It really padding out Core Hunter's armor, layering in some bulkier, sturdier designs. It does so much to this. You know, I especially love this new waist area. Bro almost looks like he's got some samurai armor on. You know, a protective skirt, shin armor, armored up gauntlets, all sorts of stuff like that. It's somewhat similar to the designs that you do see on samurai. Roughly. There's some pretty noticeable differences, but you know, that heavy protective armored look, it's just perfect. And this slightly tweaked aesthetic, seeing a dude with 6 eyes and big bulky muscles. If he was walking down a corridor ready to beat me up, that would be terrifying. Everything they've done in this revamp to make Core Hunter even more of a menacing villain works flawlessly. I also quite like this longer blaster. That's a good way to upgrade it just that little bit more. This is just so good. Up next is Voltix, with his sweet purple color scheme. Or should I say purple, gunmetal, red, blue, yellow, black, and a hint of light blue. This dude has a lot going on, but he looks good. Lewis Hammond has breathed new life into this character, and you know, I think this is a really great example of buffing up and armoring up a character. You know, I mentioned before how Voltix had a lot going on. I've seen people say that this design is just way too busy, and I get it, it kinda is. For me, the main issue is all of these wires. They just get in the way of everything. And they're so visually distracting. The wires just kind of drown out all of the other parts of this set. But Lewis's choice of adding in lots more armor, that starts to drown out the wires a little bit more. Suddenly they don't really dominate the design. Instead, the armor dominates the design. And you can actually, you know, pay attention to the rest of him. It's not busy anymore. Looking at it, you realize, hey, this is a great guy. You know, I love seeing builders that can identify the issues of an existing set, and then they just fix those problems. With ease. And then they focus their efforts on all of the best qualities of those sets. When that happens on a revamp, that just brings me so much joy. Get rid of the bad, bring out all of the good. That's what we like to see. Over to a bit of a wild card. This is XT4. So the name XT4, it stands for Extra Tough 4 Arms. And yeah, I mean, it fits that description. But Kate Estorita has reimagined XT4 with a really fun twist. We've got this new look that introduces a bit of trans orange. That's nice, looks good. But wait, it can transform? You bet your sweet bippy it can. Turning the buzzsaw into a wheel, turning those 2 little blades into the front part of the vehicle. Whoa, great thinking. This is such an unexpected transformation. Yeah, looking at this robot mode, I never would have expected this to turn into this. Yeah, is this the first Hero Factory Transformer I've seen? Surely I've seen more than this. Because, I've seen heaps of Bionicle Transformers. So much so that they have their own term, Bioformers. But where the heck are all the Hero Formers? Oh, that'd be such a great concept. Can you imagine? The next wave of Hero Factory sets, everyone can transform. So yeah, man, this is a cool revamp. Now we move over to Thornrax, the bug-themed villain with a striking and beautiful color scheme. Look at all of that azure. Oh, well, there's not that much, but a little bit is always nice. So IGU takes this epic set and gives it a little bit more of a humanoid look. Now look, the original bug-like shape of Thornrax was really good. It sets this set apart from all of the other villains and it makes them feel special. But hey, building revamps, it's the perfect excuse to experiment, to play, to see what you can come up with. You can really stretch the idea of what that character is and see if it works. And IGU did exactly that, and he explored some really new territory that works so well. Yeah, like look at this brilliant stinger. The way that those CCBS bones have been angled so that it gives it this nice bulbous look. So sick. And then doubling up the wing design, great choice. And the way the antenna kind of droop down over his face, elements of it look a little bit like hair. It's fun. Putting all of these bug-like qualities onto a more human-like body, it rocks. Well, if we're talking about exotic and different designs, Jawblade, he comes to mind. A shark-themed bad guy that's actually a shark? Heck yeah. And Robbie Duck, he takes that concept of a shark villain and ramps it up even more, because this mark is literally a small shark within a larger mech suit. And I mean, dude, look at this shark design. It looks like they've taken a minifigure scale shark and just converted it into Bionicle. Everything about this is so compact, the shaping is excellent. I mean, look at how they've used those small, dark bluish grey dish pieces. Don't those just look great? And then a Takanuva mask in silver for the lower jaw? Astonishing. And the way that this just neatly slots into the mech suit. Wow. This is so fun, and it's just so very, very well executed too. Moving on over to Splitface. Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for that half and half concept. It's certainly been done before, but it's never really been done in the world of LEGO buildable action figures. But hey, I think LEGO nailed it. Now alright, we've seen a few revamps that stray a little bit further from the source material, or they try something really different. But what about a revamp that doesn't do that? One that stays quite close to the OG? Well, Mocklock 13 has upgraded Splitface, but in some very small ways. They've padded out the armor on the torso, they've filled in a few gaps, they've expanded upon Splitface's weapon, turning it into some sort of sick electrical-based blaster. And I like it. Sometimes really subtle upgrades, that's all you need to make something look really, really good. I think this mock really shines. Oh, now we're gonna move over to the big guns. The main antagonist of Breakout, it's Black Phantom. He's got a cool blaster that splits off into a little spider drone. He has a sinister dark red and black color scheme, and a sick looking mask. So much to love about this dude, and so much to love about this revamp of Black Phantom that was built by FreneSJ. So on the original, the dark red, it was taking a bit of a backseat. It was there, but the majority of this set was that wonderful smooth black armor. But FreneSJ, they say nuts to that, and they add way more red. Yeah, I really like the dark red here on the legs. Using some of that Kalmar armor piece, the one that you're seeing here. This of course comes on the wonderful set, Kalmar. But yeah, these parts, they have this nice marbled dark red and black color scheme to them. So placing them on the knees, it allows the dark red to just seamlessly transition into black. That's stunning, isn't it? And dude, this new mace design, it looks so great. Because of course, the mace on the original set was just 2 different pieces. But expanding it with a lot more parts, I think makes it look 10 times better. This might just be one of my favorite Black Phantom revamps. And the final breakout villain for this video, it's Speeder Demon. Oh, I do love this dude and his radical purple bike. Purple and lime, it's a color scheme that just hits different. It's so wild and in your face, isn't it? And Speeder Demon, he's a bit of a wild child too. And this revamp here by Ethan Westervelt, it continues those vibes, but turns it up to 11. Making that back wheel bigger, adding in heaps of lightning pieces, lots of engines, wires, exhaust ports, all kinds of stuff. That was a stroke of genius. Because hey, with the original set, I always got the sense that Speeder Demon would modify and upgrade their bike in all sorts of illegal ways. And this mock, well, that certainly looks like it's the case here. And taking a look at Speeder Demon himself, the fact that he's wearing jeans and he's got a cool sleeveless jacket, he looks epic. He's even got this nice gold necklace, and if we look here on his arm, there's that little gold heart. Maybe that's more jewelry or armor, but I like to think that's a tattoo. This mock is so rock and roll. It injects so much personality and attitude into the original set. And all of it feels totally appropriate and very fitting. So good. There you have it. That's revamps for all 9 of the breakout villains. What did you think of these mocks? Did you have a favorite of the bunch? Well, let me know in the comments below. And then check the links in the description below and go and comment on that original builder's post and let them know what you think of their creation. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Happy building, and bye for now. Did you hear that bit like 5 minutes and 30 seconds into this video where I'm talking about Fornax? And I'm like, that's beautiful. I'll play it. Here it is. The bug-themed villain with a striking and beautiful color scheme. I like go full Australian there. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Mate, I was having tucker this morning and old mate drives down in his ute and he says, oi, that's beautiful. Just went full ochre.